All right, this is Mr. Lynn Peterson, owner of Peterson Store. So, Lynn, tell us a little bit about what Peterson Store was, how you guys acquired it, how long you had it. Give us some background on it.
My dad moved down here in like the late 50s, 58. There was an old two-story store here across the railroad track in the post office, and pretty big deal back then. The community had a hotel and everything. And in '63, he went across the railroad over there next to the highway and built what was Peterson Store in 1963. And I took it over in '82. So I've been there 42 years, and it was just a little. Then, like I've said before to these other people, back then it was the Walmarts and the Ingles. I mean, we had everything. We trained, shipped coal in here, and we sold coal to these people back in the woods and back in the hollows, and sold sand, gravel, roofing, fertilizer, sold it all. But then the Walmarts did come, the Ingles, and it turned into pretty much just a little convenience store. But still done real well, and the people in the community, they come there to get all their eats, and especially hunting season and summertime. And on the weekends, get sandwiches and stuff. So.
Well, and outside of it just being a store, you had it all set up with. Tell us about like the sitting area and the grassy knoll, and you had it set up for people to come and enjoy it, right?
The old building that was next to it was what they called the old mill house, and we had a front porch. It was full of antiques, and people come eat and sit on that porch. And then I had the bottoms, kept it mowed real nice down next to the river. Had picnic tables and umbrellas and stuff. And like I said, especially pretty weekends, a good place just to hang out and stuff. Had a lot of people riding through with bicycles and motorcycles and right on the river.
Just a community staple.
Community staple.
Fantastic. All right, so Lynn, tell us about the day of the storm. Tell us what you went through, what you experienced, and where you ended up.
Well, like I said, I've been there 42 years, and twice, I think, in '77 and '93, the river got up into the road right there at the store, and kind of had an island there with gas pumps on it, and it might have splashed against it. That was the worst it ever got. Well, that night, I guess it was the 26th, I listened to it rain all night long, but it didn't rain that much. Just drizzle, no wind. Got up the next morning like I always do. Went in at 8 o'clock. It wasn't even nowhere near the road. And I thought, well, it's quit raining. I thought it's not going to do anything. Well, my sister come over, and it started coming up pretty fast, and I thought it was getting close to the road, and I said, I better tie some of these picnic tables and stuff down. And it started getting into the road, and then me and her went into the store and started setting stuff up higher. Kind of had some firearms and stuff, and set it up on the pool table. I had a pool table in there, and then all of a sudden, it must have been a wall. It just took us. We didn't have no, and this was like at 9:30. It just come that fast. The front door busted in, and she said, we got to get out of here. We went to the back door. Well, the water was like halfway up on the door back there, waist high over waist high, pushing against the door. Couldn't get it out. And she said, I think we're going to die. And she said, I'm ready to go if you are. And I said, I'm going out that door one way or other. I'm not ready to go yet. But anyway, I finally went through my shoulder and busted the door down. Well, when we did, the water did come in. And she's just 4'11", and it was plumb up to her. It was almost up to her neck. And I don't know if the other two the building above us was shedding kindly some of it, but we just took real small steps and went sideways and got finally up till we got out of the deep part up on the railroad track. And but if we had stayed in there another 2 minutes, 3 minutes, we'd have been like some of the other ones. Couldn't have got out. So
For a minute there, you guys were genuinely scared for your life.
I was scared. Yeah, I really was.
So Lynn, tell us, what's the aftermath? What do you got left over there? What is it that you want to accomplish now? And what can we, the people, do to help you?
Well, like I said, I'm 66-year-old. I'm retired. I draw a little bit. $1,400 a month don't go far, but I enjoyed. The store was done good, and I need it back, and I think the community wants it back. And I've never seen so much outpour and help like Bill here, and there's so many I couldn't name. And they went in there. He's loaned equipment, and we went in there and cleared it off, cleared the pad off. I'm ready to build something small back. I'd love to build a little small country store back, and I've got all the help. I've not heard anything really from FEMA, but I did file an application, but I've not heard anything. Got a few things in the mail, but anyway, these guys, everybody's helping me, and I want to build a small store back and plan on it. And I'm right now waiting on building inspectors and going through the process and doing it right. But I definitely want to rebuild. I definitely want to get back in there.
So now at this point, we're just looking for construction supplies and laborers, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I got a GoFundMe. Like I said, I wasn't crazy about it, but my daughter insisted. She said, "Do it for the business, do it for the community." So I have, and it's amazing. People, I don't say it again here. This guy here has been amazing. He's just been so good to me, and I appreciate him. And
when the GoFundMe's for $50,000, because that's the max GoFundMe will allow you to set up a thing for. When I last looked, it was about 16,000 and something.
17, I think, right now.
And so we'll get that 50,000. And look, if we need to do another one, we'll do another one. But I got a feeling if we got $50,000 and all the donations and all the help, we might be able to get that done.
I think it's very, very reachable. I really do, because like I said, I've got people reaching out, and they're just waiting for this building permit. They're waiting for me to say go, and we're going to try to do it.
All right. Any final thoughts you want to tell the world before we end this?
No, just like I said, I appreciate the outreach. I mean, I'm not the only one. This has happened to so many people didn't make it through it, and this is just one story. But I am so appreciative and humble.
Appreciate you guys.